Hey guys, so yesterday we heard the big news that we're going back into the gym. Level 2 is coming at the end of this week, so whether you're at the gym at the end of this week or you go back at the start of next week, I think there's a few things that you need to know. Alright, so the first thing you need to know is that you're probably not the same person that you were before you went into lockdown, and that being that you probably won't be able to lift the same weights on the different things that you used to do when you go back. Now, unless you have a home kitted gym that you've been able to do all of this work with, doing the heavy squats, with all the machines and all that kind of stuff, you probably had to make some alterations over this last couple of weeks. Now, if you have been in this camp where you've had to make alterations, still getting a good workout obviously, but having to make the alterations to your workouts, when you go back into the gym and you start doing things like squats or leg press or any of those other things where you really just have, to slap some weight on and move the weight, you may need to drop back. Now, when I say may, I say you do need to drop back. So let's say you're a 100 kilo squatter and you haven't had access to a bar and a rack for the last 2 months really. You may need to drop back to 80 kilos just to be able to get back into the groove of it and then move your way up. Now the thing is that your muscles probably haven't lost any strength, but what has probably lost a little bit of strength is the joints and the connective tissue that kind of joins those muscles up together. Now you just want to be able to give yourself a little bit of time to ramp up that intensity back to where you were. So again, if you're a 100 kilo squatter, drop back to 80 kilos for a little bit. Every session you can probably add some weight until you're back up to that 100 kilos. And you know what? If you've been training over this time and working on something else, and then ramping up your training, you're probably going to see gains within the next 4 to 5 weeks of going back. Alright, so the second thing that I want you to think about when you go back into lockdown is that you're not making up for lost time. Now I know that a lot of people have this weekend syndrome where they go out in the weekend, they don't train, and they eat crap loads of food, and then it's like, oh, diet starts Monday, training starts Monday, goals start on Monday. Now, I want you to think about this. Going back to the gym, it's kind of like it's Monday, but I don't want you to think about it that way as when you're trying to make up for the lost time on the weekend. So yes, we've all lost some time at the gym. Whether you've been training at home, whether you haven't been training, we've all lost a little bit of time being able to do the things that we really want to do to succeed in the areas that we really want to succeed in. Now, just because we've lost 6 to 7 to 8 to 10 weeks of our training time doesn't mean that you need to make up for it, because that's the surefire way to just drive yourself into the ground, to work yourself into a state that you can't really get out of. Overtraining, injury, and probably resentment will all come from this. So just think about starting again. You're just going to start and be consistent. The more consistent you are, the longer you're going to do it. And the longer you're going to do it, hey, the better results that you're going to get when you actually get it. Alright, so here's one more that's probably not quite training related, but maybe a little bit of a tip that may be able to help you be able to navigate yourself around the gym and be a bit more time efficient. Now this is basically the easiest way to be able to train at the moment is to use things without multiple pieces. So the way that I'm going to look at it when I go back to the gym, I love barbell work where you add on slabs and heaps of plates, but I'm probably not going to do too much of that when I go back, and the reason why? Because we're still going to be under strict cleaning guidelines. So that means that every single piece of equipment that I use on that bar, I'm going to have to spray and wipe afterwards. Now, that's going to suck. That's going to take so much time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to a similar training style that I've been doing at home. So I'm going to use things like set barbells, kettlebells, and dumbbells, and some machines to be able to get myself started back into this training before starting to add in to get back into those bars with lots of different pieces and multiple pieces and circuit training and stuff like that. Now, if you are going to use 2 exercises back to back, I suggest using the same dumbbells, using dumbbells that are similar, so that you can just clean them and go afterwards. Because the more equipment that you use, the more cleaning you're going to have to do, and the more cleaning you're going to have to do, the less training out of the time you have in the gym that you're going to be able to actually do as well. So those are the 3 tips. Remember, you're not going to be the same as you were before you went in. You need to ease into it and go take a step back to be able to take 5 steps forward. The second thing is, what was the second thing? Alright, the second thing, you're not making up for lost time, you're just starting again. So don't try and think about all of the exercise you've missed in the last couple of weeks and try and make up for that as fast as possible, because again, you're going to drive yourself into the ground. And third thing, hey, use things that are going to be easy to clean for the first couple of weeks. That way, you're not going to spend your whole workout cleaning. get the results and get the training done. So that's it, my tips for going back into the gym once we can, level 2. Right, see you guys there.